An 11 Alive news investigation uncovers a dangerous trend on Georgia's roads.
Law enforcement car chases leading to hundreds of injuries and dozens of deaths. 11 Alive News investigative reporter Zach Merchant reveals a prominent state agency is at the center of it.
For years, Georgia State Patrol chased suspects again and again and again.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Thousands of times in all, sometimes with deadly results.
And I got multiple people ejected. 3 critical. I've got an infant that's not breathing.
GSP documents, dashcam footage, and internal reports obtained by 11 Alive News Investigates reveal from 2019 to 2023, Georgia Department of Public Safety personnel, almost always troopers, were involved in nearly 7,000 chases. More than 1,300 people, including 245 bystanders, were injured in the pursuits. 73 people, including 15 bystanders, died. Chris Harvey is the deputy director at Georgia Post, the organization that accredits law enforcement officers statewide. He cautions against a one-size-fits-all approach, but says different agencies have different policies governing how and when they'll chase.
You're talking about making split-second decisions that have legal ramifications, have constitutional ramifications, have life and death ramifications, have huge financial ramifications.
Georgia State Patrol's policy requires troopers' actions to be objectively reasonable, but also gives them broad discretion to decide whether and how to pursue a fleeing driver.
Just inside this gate is Georgia State Patrol headquarters. Over the course of months, we repeatedly asked to talk on camera with agency leaders about their chase policy and its outcomes. The agency repeatedly said no.
Instead, the agency sent us a lengthy statement in which it argued its troopers have in-depth training and acquired skills that allow them to determine and effect safe pursuits. Troopers do not initiate pursuits. They initiate traffic stops, the statement added. A driver initiates a pursuit by failing to comply and fleeing.
There are some who will argue that it is law enforcement's job to enforce the law, full stop. So when somebody flees from a traffic stop, they are violating the law, and it's the duty of that law enforcement officer to pursue, and to pursue until that pursuit is terminated. What do you say to those folks?
I call BS.
Thaddeus Johnson served as a police officer in Memphis before becoming a professor at Georgia State University studying criminal justice. He argues law enforcement should typically only pursue in situations where a violent crime or imminent threat to the public is suspected.
So as far as I'm concerned, the risks outweigh the benefits. We have camera networks all over the city. We have license plate readers all over. Once you know the identity of this person, turn this over to the investigators.
GSP often does that, calling off chases hundreds of times in recent years out of a concern for public safety, its annual reports reveal. But in thousands of other cases, it saw the pursuit all the way to its end, sometimes with fatal results.
Oh, God.
Zach Merchant, 11 Alive News investigates.
To see how law enforcement chase fatality rates in Georgia compared to other states and to read the Georgia State Patrol's full statement, look for this story right now on 11alive.com/investigates.